I am a little bit early today, or more like an hour earlier than usual today. Welcome to the Foodie Fam Live series, which is a 30 days live series where I go live every day or every weekday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Typically, I do make changes throughout the week depending on what I'm doing that day. So today we are an hour earlier. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of movement. So today is day number 23, I believe, of this 30-day challenge. A little bit about myself. My name is Chantel. I lost 44 pounds and counting following a plant-based lifestyle. And now I teach others how to do the same through recipes, video tutorials, newsletters that go out every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to be a part of that Foodie Fam community, feel free to hit the link in the description below to join the family. All you have to do is submit your email, and then you'll get emails from me about random health and wellness tips, some recipes, etc. to your email every Tuesday at 5 p.m. So yes, so today I wanted to talk about movement and how important it is. So you know that saying where it's just like, oh, if you don't move it, you lose it. I am a strong believer of that. And I think a lot of people, when it comes to fat loss, they don't want to move. Like, yes, eating is definitely very important when it comes to fat loss, but so is movement and other things like, sleeping, hydration, etc. And I just want to come on here and just tell people not to be too intimidated with movement. Movement can mean anything. It doesn't necessarily mean, lifting heavy weights in the gym or, running marathons, climbing mountaintops and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be that. And I wanted to talk about that today because I did my movement in a more casual, fun way, I guess you could say. Typically, I work out 4 times a week. I do strength training Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then on Wednesdays, I either do good afternoon, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. And then on Wednesdays, I typically do some kind of like rest or yoga stretching situation. But today, I decided to go to one of my local museums, you know, look around, get my steps in, read about animal life and wildlife and stuff like that. And that's technically a form of movement for your body. I was getting my steps in, I'm going up and down the stairs. Um, Depending on the exhibit or what I was looking at, I had to squat down a little bit to read what the excerpt was because they were built for children or something like that. So movement really could be in many different forms and many different ways. Hi, Tony. How are you? Welcome to the live. So I just want to come on here and basically say, if you're afraid of moving your body or if you're not used to moving your body, do things that you actually enjoy doing. Yeah, so I did work on my body and my mind. That is correct. It was a 2-for-1 special. So if you want to move your body, you're intimidated by going to the gym, I would recommend, taking a walk in the park, looking at your surroundings, look at some trees or birds or bugs or whatever you're into. You could go to an amusement park. There's a lot of walking when it comes to going to amusement parks, especially if you're going to say like Disney World or something like that. You're going to be walking miles and miles without realizing it because you're enjoying yourself, Go to museums. So far, I've been to 2 museums in the span of maybe like 2-3 days. And after going to those museums, my body was physically exhausted. Why? Because I was technically getting my cardio in without, overextending my body too much, without stressing out, say, like my joints, if I had joint issues and stuff like that. So if you just find things that you enjoy doing, it's easier for you to stay moving. So don't force yourself in the beginning to go to the gym if you don't like going to the gym. It's not going to be a sustainable thing. You have to do things that you enjoy. Maybe you want to do bike ride if the weather is nice, go for a bike ride or go for a long walk on the beach if you want to be a little bit romantic. What other ways can you move without feeling like you're exercising? Oh, dancing. That's probably the best way. That's cardio right there. It's helping with your cardiovascular health. If you're into dancing, you can find some dance videos here on YouTube, or you can just put on your favorite playlist and dance in the comfort of your kitchen. Like there's just so many ways that you can move without, feeling too discouraged or feeling like you're incapable. If you hear any background noise, please excuse me because I am outside. Um, and yeah, and when it comes to like strength training, stuff like that, people, you think like, oh, I have to, lift weights to build muscles. Technically, it is true, but also your body itself is a weight. So, like, if you wanted to do like free squats, your body is the weight, so your muscles are going to feel a certain level of resistance because you're lifting yourself up and down while you're doing squats. If you're doing like lunges, stuff like that, you're still pushing your body in a way that you probably typically aren't used to, so you're still working out your muscles. And yeah, that's all I really had to say today, guys. I literally just came back from the museum. I had a great time. I'm very much into wildlife and animals and stuff like that. So I was reading up on mammals and such, and it was fun. I really enjoyed myself. Now I am exhausted and hungry, and dinner is coming real soon. But I wanted to get a little bit more fresh air before I did that. Thank you. Before I did that, so I'm here just like on this little rooftop, just looking around, getting some fresh air in. And while I was here, I was just like, let me just do this live earlier today, just to give you guys some information in real time. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this live. I am on here for another, what is it, 27, 23, 24, another 7 days. And then the 30-day challenge will be done. At least this one anyway. Maybe I'll think of another one next year or something. But yeah, so if you guys want to tune into my lives, feel free to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it to those who want this type of information. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you go out today and get some fresh air. Make sure you drink your water. Make sure if you do a desk job to get up, walk around a bit, just get some movement in your body today, or put on your favorite song and dance to it for the entire 2 to 3 minutes or whatever, however long that song is. And just, yeah, make it fun. Move your body. It's very important, especially as you grow older. You don't want your joints and things to lock up on you because they're not used to movement. So, yeah, go for a walk, go dance, do some squats. Yes, boogie down, whichever or whatever you would like to do today. But I challenge you guys to do it anyway. And yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great, what's today, Wednesday? Have a great Wednesday, and I will see you guys later. Bye.